Hey guys, I wanted to focus this week on our social filter. And you might be wondering what that means as our social filter. But we've talked a lot about our thinking bubbles, our thought bubbles, and how they happen inside our brain. And nobody can see your thought bubble unless you talk and share what's inside that thought bubble. And so connecting those two, our thinking bubble versus our word bubble, is something called a social filter. And that helps us understand what words we should say that are kind and polite and that are respectful and that won't embarrass others. So I have this awesome book called I Can't Believe You Said That with a little boy named RJ. So, here we go. My name is RJ. Sometimes I say things that get me into trouble. And I don't know why, because I'm just being honest. Last week, my dad and I picked up my grandma at the airport. On the way back to our house, I noticed how spotted my grandma's hands and arms were. So I asked her, Gram, how come your skin looks like a Dalmatian? RJ, my dad said, I can't believe you just said that. That wasn't very nice. Apologize to Gram right now. But Dad, look. RJ. I'm sorry, Gram. A few days later, I was at the store with my mom. She was checking out, and I was standing over by the gumball machines. RJ, come stand by me. No, I said. RJ, come over here by me now. I don't want to, I said. RJ, over here now. Mom, I don't want to stand by you. The lady next to you smells like she hasn't had a bath for a month. She stinks, Mom. RJ, my mom said, I can't believe you just said that. That wasn't very nice. I think you owe this lady an apology. But Mom, RJ, I'm sorry, ma'am. On the way home, my mom told me that what I had said was rude. Then she told my dad about it, and that night we had to have a talk in my room that lasted about 47 years. Yesterday, at school, Sam's mom came into our classroom to help out. When is that baby in your tummy going to be born? I asked. RJ, I don't have a baby in my tummy, she said. Well, then why are you getting so fat? RJ, my teacher said, I can't believe you just said that. That wasn't very nice. Apologize to Sam's mom right now. But look, I said. RJ, I'm sorry. Then I had to stay in from recess and write, I will not be rude to others, up on the board about a gazillion times. Tonight, Blanche made her very first chocolate cake all by herself, and she wanted the family to eat it for dessert. I think she left it in the oven way too long. I can tell you worked really hard on this, Blanche, my mom said. Pretty good for your first cake, said my dad. I think it's nasty, I said. It's burnt to a crisp and it tastes like charcoal pie. Blanche started to cry, and I got in trouble. RJ, my dad said, I can't believe you just said that. That wasn't very nice. Apologize to Blanche right now, then go to your room. But Dad, look at the cake. RJ. I'm sorry, Blanche. After dinner was over, my parents came into my room to talk to me. RJ, my mom said, you've really been saying rude things to people lately. You told Gram that her skin looked like a Dalmatian. You told the lady at the store that she smelled bad. Your teacher called and told me that you made a rude comment to Sam's mom. And tonight you made Blanche feel terrible. But I didn't lie, I said. I told the truth. Grandma's skin has a lot of spots. The lady at the store was stinky. Sam's mom was a lot fatter than she used to be, and Blanche's cake was nasty. Besides, I was just giving them feedback. You always tell me that feedback is just information that helps you grow. So that's what I'm doing. I'm helping people grow. Feedback is a good thing, but you need to run your feedback words through your social filter before you let them come out of your mouth. My what? Your social filter. RJ, you have two bubbles full of words in your head. There's your thinking bubble and your talking bubble. These bubbles are connected by your social filter. When words form inside your head, they form inside your thinking bubble. The words in your thinking bubble are private and only for you. When words come out of your mouth, they come out of your talking bubble. The words that make it into your talking bubble are for everyone to hear. Your social filter makes sure that some of the words in your thinking bubble don't make it into your talking bubble. It keeps you from saying words that cause hurt feelings and are disrespectful to others. It also keeps you from saying things that might embarrass you or those around you. RJ, I think sometimes you forget to turn on your social filter. You need to learn how to choose more appropriate words to say. When you have something that you want to say, look at the situation and the people around you. Make sure you understand the meanings of the words and think about who you're speaking to. Use your social filter to stop the words that are mean, unkind, and not right. Then use the words that get through the filter and you'll be all right. Like tonight, when you made Blanche cry, inside your thinking bubble, you were thinking, Blanche made this cake all by herself, but the cake tastes really nasty because she burnt it. I don't like the cake. It tastes like charcoal pie. But you should have filtered out the mean words and said something like, it's really cool, Blanche, that you made this cake all by yourself. And you didn't have to say the mean and hurtful things. And then, RJ, my dad said, using your social filter can also keep you from saying things that will get you into trouble because it reminds you to analyze social situations. It reminds me to do what? What I'm saying is look at the people that are around and figure out what's going on. Think whatever you want inside your thinking bubble, but make sure your filter is on. Think about what happens when you say the wrong things. Then filter through your thoughts. Let your talking bubble fill with respectful, kind, and caring words to show all that you've been taught. RJ, if you can remember to keep your social filter turned on, your life will be so much easier. I thought about everything my mom and dad said, and then I went to sleep. Today at school, I used my social filter. Bossy Bernice came to school with a brand new hairdo. She told everyone that her great Aunt Betty had taken her to a hairstylist. My thinking bubble filled up with all kinds of thoughts. Your hair looks really weird. Your great Aunt Betty must be really nice if she wants to hang around you. I sure know I don't. It looks like the eagles have been nesting in your hair. I used my social filter and only let some of the words into my talking bubble, and then I said, your great aunt must be nice, Bernice. Then later today, I saw Norma the booger picker stick her finger all the way up her nose. My thinking bubble filled up with, yuck! No, Norma, use a booger ghost. And all the words that all of us say. Booger picker, digging for a treat. Norma picks her boogers and then she eats. Yuck! I used my social filter, grabbed a box of tissues, walked up to Norma and said, hey Norma, make a booger ghost and use it so that you don't get teased. My teacher heard me talking to Norma. She smiled and said, RJ, I can't believe you just said that. A few minutes later, she handed me a free homework pass. I really liked your choice of words when you talked to Norma. Way to use your social filter. When I got home from school, Blanche told me that tonight she gets to cook our entire dinner all by herself. My thinking bubble filled up with all kinds of thoughts. I'm gonna starve. Blanche doesn't cook. She burns. She might set the house on fire. I'll have to eat what she makes and pretend that I like it, or she'll cry and I'll get in even more trouble. Blanche is cooking all by herself. Where's the fire extinguisher? But I used my social filter, and then I said, that's cool, Blanche. Do you want me to be your assistant so you don't have to do it all by yourself? Sure, she said. I can't believe I just said that, but it worked. So I love this book because at the beginning, RJ has a tough time. He's actually not using his social filter at all. He just says whatever comes into his mind and doesn't realize how his words can impact others or change others' feelings. Like when he said that the lady in line was stinky, that probably made her feel really, really embarrassed. And in the book, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the lady is actually just holding some stinky cheese. So it wasn't even her that smelled, it was the cheese that smelled. And you can tell by her face that she felt pretty sad and uncomfortable. And we've talked a lot about things being unexpected and expected. And that's why another reason why it's really important to use our social filter so that we can say things that are kind and respectful and not hurt others' feelings or be disrespectful. And that also helps with regulating our bodies and being able to think about what we say before we say it. Okay, I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.